All right, so then we come to our final episode.
Point of no return.
Point of no return.
Which I want to bring up one fun thing. I wasn't sure if I couldn't remember if it was in this episode or the previous episode was mentioned, but getting the location of the island and they find out from their the green scaly, the lizard, Trandoshan. They said they got the information out of her about where the other pirate was. I was happy to find out that I guess they tortured her and they probably got rid of her
because there was no on screen.
Nope.
Trandoshan.
Did they mention something about like tearing parts of her off or something? They said something pretty
well,
crazy
they
like
regenerate, so I mean, they technically could probably just rip her arm off and wait.
I'm kind of surprised it would take multiple arms being removed for her to give up any information, but that's
yeah, no money was involved. That's why.
So we had to have one more few seconds of the pirate because I love that so much because that voice totally matches that character. And it's something that I've said, like, for this whole time we've been doing this and even discussing it. The fact that so many people Star Wars shoot out their little automatic stairs and then just leave and never go boop, boop, and lock the door is amazing to me. And it happens every time. And now they finally...
It's a one-way door. They can't lock it from the outside.
And now they finally addressed it because she leaves it open and and then they gain access to her ship. So we see the guy that's behind the full-bodied, what is it, like crotch rocket getup, who is trying to hunt down Omega. He's the assassin hunter guy. And he knows that it's her, so he's gonna try to figure out where she is. She stops in some faraway place to get some gas and I don't know, box of Cheez-Its. I'm not really sure what she went in there to get, but she was in there for about 30 seconds. Yeah,
going for the gas station snacks.
Yeah, she went in there to. She went to get a hot pretzel and a big gulp or something. I'm not sure what she was doing, but he was able to go down and download her nav computer or whatever and set off alarms, which she was too busy going through the snacks to figure out the alarms are going off. And that robot just totally, he knows he ain't getting paid for this. He's like, alarm goes off. He was kind of like, yeah, she don't care. I don't care. And he plugs in the gas thing. He's like, whatever. Like, and they got, of course they did. They got the coordinates to the island, shockingly enough. And he says, I got what I need. I'm going to start heading there now. And then they go to the island and we see that our heroes are very slowly, very methodically loading one box at a time because they got to get out of here. And they're just load that one more box and that one more box. And what I will say about this episode is I was expecting them to draw that out fast or slow, and they did not. It was like you saw the guy. Oh, by the way, the ship just slowly comes into orbit and lands in the same damn cave. No one's watching that damn cave. So
I was going to say, I was laughing at that too. I'm like, that thought came in my head. I'm like, so after Asajj got in there and you guys are like, we need to leave because obvious reasons, they weren't like, let's have one person just keep an eye on or keep track or have some of the locals hired to do this. No, and then the same person goes in the same way.
Well-known backdoor cave.
Yeah, everybody knows about the damn cave at this point.
Smuggler's Cove.
You know what I thought? What I figured might happen? The reason why they were doing it like that? I thought maybe as he's getting ready to get out of his ship, he starts to walk. Yellow lightsaber would ignite, and Ventress would be standing there or something. Because other than that, because it didn't make any sense that he was in that damn cave, and I was like, literally, these are military experts who supposedly have tactics, and they didn't think about watching the damn cave? Like, really?
Is his ship a known ship? Like, I thought it was really cool looking.
I was trying to see the same thing.
I wrote that it's a paper airplane ship. It looked like the paper airplanes they used to make.
It reminded me of an A-wing, like not A-wing, say the
the Jedi starships, the Jedi starship.
Yeah, the Jedi starship as well.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Was the Jedi starship? I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's got a name and everything, but it's kind of what it reminded me.
It was a baddie. It had the red flames out the back. And
here is what I said right here. Oh, so now he has this power again? Well, sort of. What you were talking about earlier, Kachung, I was like, oh, so now he has his power? He looks up and goes, oh, look, the birds. Let me tell you something about that power. My grandpa, okay, he's actually my great-grandpa. He was a farmer, all right? And when he would be on his property and he would see birds fly away or the animals acting weird, he could tell you there's a storm coming and it'll be here about 2 hours. No superpower needed. And within 2 hours, the damn thunderstorms were heading our way. He could tell by the birds flying off. But this guy who has all the sensory in the world, he used to be able to touch the ground and can tell you what's going on the planet, sees birds fly away and he goes, I think we ought to get out of here. I don't think he needs superpowers for that, bro. Like, I really don't think he do. Like, what the hell?
That assassin has better skills than him. I mean, he looked at basically everyone walking around and found a mega within half a second.
Isn't it amazing? The whole island full of people, and he only had to guess 3 times. Like, his Where Waldo skills are freaking off the charts. Like, he could find anybody in a crowd within seconds. Did you see whose goggles were in that special place?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, they keep bringing up. Okay, I'm just saying.
No, the goggles are proof he's dead. No,
he might be.
How is he going to see otherwise?
He might be the man behind the crotch rocket get up because
I thought he sounded like Crosshair a few times.
So I heard that voice, and I was trying because they're making that voice a little more like less modulated and more like pronounced.
I think they're trying to get you to figure out who it is. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure it's just because it's not that voice isn't sounding like what's his name like Tech at all, which is not. It's 100% in my mind. It's Cody. It has to be Cody.
Yeah, it'd be best if it was.
He has.
If it's not Cody, it better be a big green cloud of smoke coming out of this.
All right, so let's hear his dramatic. What he's gonna do? Okay, so last episode they knock off his helmet, it goes flying, and it's Tech sitting right there in that suit. You're gonna do what at that point? Uninstall? Did you say uninstall? Uninstall.
Unsubscribe from Disney Plus.
All right. And here's what I said.
And it better not be.
Here's what I said. Damn it, Black Series Y. Not the damn ship again. They blow up the goddamn ship again like they did in The Mandalorian. Let me buy the ship first and before you go blowing it up. Like, what the hell? Can I also talk about the fact that Wrecker has survived? His whole face is burnt off from explosions. But this very far away explosion, now I know the whole ship blew up, so it was a pretty big fireball. It knocked him out for what, 3, 4, 5 weeks? Like, how long is he going to be knocked out for? Because he's
survived a lot, and he decides to get knocked out from this.
And he grabbed the honking thing.
Yeah, the gonk droid.
Gonking.
Yeah, he did grab the gonk, which is pretty funny. That gonk would have sunk to the bottom.
He was having with the gonk droid, and then
is that the you know that gonk just immediately sunk to the bottom of the damn ocean? So I don't know what the point it was at, but it's neither here nor there.
Earlier, they said to the assassin, "As soon as you find a mega, send us the coordinates." Well, damn, he found a mega, and boom,
they were there fast, weren't they?
That was so cool.
Okay, I'm a sucker for Star Wars entrances when they don't make sense. Okay. But we know this island's out in the middle of nowhere. Like, we know it. Now, we don't know how long it took him to get there. Maybe he stayed out there on purpose or something. I don't know what happened, how they got there so fast. But there's nothing like seeing, the overhead shot of holy hell, here it comes, and they come out. But I will say this was the most logical thing I've ever seen the Empire do.
Oh, my God.
They shut that bitch down. Ain't nobody getting out of this thing. Like, we're going to shut it all down. Everything gets blown up. Don't nobody come. And when they said, watch the skiffs, I thought, well, they're going to get on one. No, when he said watch it, he means go destroy it all. Like, every ship gone, every boat gone. Was
like, they even broke the boats, the little fishing boats. And then the mayor's out like, why are you breaking the boats? And he goes, no one's leaving. I don't care.
Yeah. No one's going anywhere.
No, I swear, but it was like, I swear, when I was watching that, and when Crosshair said we need to take one of their little ships, I was like, I swear to God, they pull off the same maneuver they did where they just it took 2 guys' helmets and just bonk them together and took the ship. Like Omega did with Crosshair. I'm going to lose my mind.
Another part that I actually appreciated too, which by the way, I love those ships they were using. Those are the best ships in Star Wars, in my opinion. They weren't like, because, for convenience factor, they drop the gunships down and they just hang out there for a while. And the guy's like, so what are we doing on Friday? I don't know. And then they get bonked on the head and they get stuck. But no, they were like landing, releasing the guys, and they were shooting back up into the sky to make sure nobody even took the ship. He just pulled the move of all moves to get on there. And then what did he do? Like, I was like, holy crap. Our biker guy, he said, oh, he's in my ship. My ship's been compromised. He goes, that sucks for you, bro. Pulled out the sniper rifle, shot the pilot in the neck. It was like, I told you, ain't nobody getting off this goddamn island today. Like, I was like, oh my God. That was the most shut down thing I've ever seen in Star Wars. I was like, holy cow, they ain't playing around. So they're looking for Omega. He was like, yeah, we're going to burn this whole city down until you bring her to me. The old school evil guy way, right? We're going to kill one person an hour until you bring the bitch to me. Like, that old school thing. But she was like, I got to turn myself in. He was like, no, Crosshair, no. And you know that if the rest of them, they would have freaked out. But at this point, honestly, they're going to get her. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not getting out of this. Like,
what did you think of her plan?
Okay, here's what concerned me. Okay. I froze and I was like, what are we about to do? I'm going to take my comm, okay? And if you're not aware what a comm is out there, it looks something like this. Now, when that little girl said, I'm going to hide my comm somewhere where they can't find it, I said, excuse me, Disney, I'm not ready for this information because where's she hiding this thing that they're not going to find it? Luckily, Crosshair stepped up and it's like, they'll find it in a second. I went, oh, thank God, Crosshair. Because where's she going to hide it? And I don't want to know where it is. Because she's going to say, I hit it.
There's limited options and all of them involving very not safe for work stuff.
And then they did a scan and sure enough, there it is.
Yeah. And I'm glad because I was very concerned when she said, I'm going to hide it. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am? Disney, I don't believe this is rated R. You better quit that. I don't want to know where that's going to get hidden at. But she did turn herself in. They immediately found her tracking device. She said, here's the plan. Let them capture me. And then you shoot a tracker on the ship and we'll go. So what do they decide to do? Let's wait till she's completely captured and walk into the ship before Crosshair gets in a place from 2 miles away. He has to run there. I was like, what in the world is he doing? Like, why did he wait? Go get in place. Like, you might not know exactly what ship they were going to go on, but you had to be in a better place than you were in.
He shot that thing and it looked like a pancake.
Yes. Isn't it weird? The guy shot the bomb that blew up the ship from 3 blocks away and it landed with a good solid thud. And then Crusher shot his and like womp womp and just like fell into the water. Like, you missed it. So he tried to shoot a tracker device. It totally missed the ship, landed in the water and slowly fly away. There goes Omega back into the grip.
The first shot of the next episode is going to be Crosshair floating in the water, drowned by the other teammates.
You have one job, damn it, Crosshair.
I wrote Crosshair, you failure. And that last scene of Omega, she like takes a deep breath just before it jumps away. And I was like, please no, don't let her like force talk or whatever. Can you hear me, Hunter? Or something like that,
Ventress, can you hear me? Ventress, can you hear me? Like she's something. But yeah, I was a little concerned about that. I thought she was going to pull our hat and had another comm stuck in there. And I was going to say they didn't check her hat really. But it's not.
I was going to say it'd be funny if they find the one comm and like, cool, she has one comm, but she had 10 comms on her just to cover all of her bases. They keep going until they feel that's enough. I think she had enough on her.
And she just keeps pulling them.
Each shoe has one under her arms, on the hat.
She puts all like 9 of them on the table.
But here's the thing. Here's where the writing to me did a good job. And kind of, and a lot of stuff that I was having issue with Star Wars, they fixed. Like one, according to the new Disney, the way they do things, the Empire is a bunch of fuck ups. Like they never get anything right. They never go, never getting, there's always messing up, right? Like they're never ever doing it right. This was something where the Empire is so big, you're not getting away. She had to resign herself to say, I'm not getting away. They captured her again. I actually appreciated that. Then 2, they did a little bit of character development, although it was a little bit obvious and maybe not as deep. The only member of that crew that would have let her turn herself in was Crosshair. And they had already kind of got that relationship going, obviously, where he was going to trust her to say, this is my decision. He's like, you're right, it is. Because there ain't no way that Hunter or the other one would have let her turn herself in. Like, they don't care. They would have let the place burn. And Crosshair is the only one. So I did appreciate that Crosshair was the one that was like, all right, well, let's give it a shot.
Level-headed one.
Yeah. Which is crazy because he's freaking nutty Crosshair. But, so yeah, that is
checking to see there is 4 more episodes after this.
That's a lot of episodes, man.
Week releases as well.
That's a lot of episodes. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but I would think just the character that he is, there's no way the hunter is going to handle finding out that Crosshair allowed herself to be captured without all holy hell break loose. I'm sure they're not going to play it that way.
And whiffing his part of the plan up as well.
Yeah, and then not even making the shot that he was supposed to make. I'm not sure how that was going to go over.
Hunter's going to be like, you're going to have to die rescuing her. He's going to say it across there.
And then to be also fair, it does make him look awfully suspicious too, right? Because they already didn't trust him.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Like, how do you not know where you came from? You were on a ship, you flew away. How do you not know where you flew away from? And then he's like, I was the only one there, and they got her again, bud. That's my bad. I missed my shot. Even though I'm the guy who never misses, I missed my shot. Sorry. Like, man, those clones, well, there's not very many of them left, but the ones that are left are not going to be happy to find that out. They're going to be not so happy. I thought this was an awesome 3 episodes. I really did. I'm really, really liking it. I really thought this was going to be... I thought this whole season was going to be stupid because that is like, do you really need another season? Because the other ones were kind of like, But I'm really enjoying it. Like, I think this has been pretty good. What says you guys? You guys enjoying it so far?
Much better in the first half, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I watched it like halfway through the first episode that I watched today. I was shivering because of the fever that I was running. In the third episode, I was like pouring down sweat because my fever had broke, and I was just like wiping my face like this, trying to like keep watching. And I was like, and the wife came by, she was like, maybe you should take a rest. I was like, I got to get through all 3 of these. I only got like an hour left before the show. All right. So the next one, which I think is everyone's probably favorite one, I assume.
What, the
Identity Crisis? Yeah, my favorite so far, actually. I gave it 8.5.
Uh-huh. Everybody here is going to be above an 8 because with Cad Bane involved, that's an 8 right there. You don't even need to know the rest of it. Cad Bane appearance, 8.0.
It was going to be an 8 for me as well. I enjoyed that one. I was happy with it as well. It was paced really well. Like I said, the episode blew through so quick to me. I didn't even realize it.
I also love this episode because there was no Bad Batch.
Wow. Yeah.
It's the Book of Boba Fett, a Bad Batch. It was the episode that was...
Right.
Okay, for me... 7.5 Adventurous is because that was long-haired, softer version Ventress. If that was badass hissing Ventress, that's an 8.5 right there. This is full-on Cad Bane. We got the spurs at the door. His shadow walks by and you hear ching, 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 like the old gunslinger. And he walks in just being the coolest cat in the room. Like, oh my gosh. That's an 8.0 right there for the Cad Bane appearance. But then the rest of the episode's pretty good. So yeah, I would say like 8.3, 8.4, maybe even 8.5. That was actually a really good episode. I really did enjoy that. The only thing I thought was weird, we didn't mention it, but one of the kids tried to make an escape. And which I really
they got like basically backhand with that
which I thought was awesome because I was like, are they gonna do something stupid? He's gonna try to get away. First of all, he didn't use any like Jedi skills, which I thought was interesting. So those kids not even realize that they're sensitive. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know if they realize it. And then 2, thank God, again, great writing Star Wars. Stop making the Empire look stupid. The person observing went, oh, look, he's trying to escape. They push one button, the whole bitch locks down. It just locks down and you ain't going nowhere. Like, that's perfect. That's how like a vault should be locked down. One button. The last episode would be The Siege of the Island, was the name of it, I believe. That's not really the name of it, but we'll call it The Siege. What did you have it, Canadian?
7.5 almost.
A little high.
I would say it's hard. It's in between. It's 7.25. It's in between. It's closer to a 7.5 though. I liked it. My only again, I also really like the fact that again they locked it down. They came in there. They right away. They knew what to do. Got rid of the players. I also like that there was like it wasn't just like perfection. Like there was failure throughout the whole thing on their part. Their negligence and their like that is what led them to that. Yeah.
And the fact that smart. And there was that one
smart batch, bad batch. They were bad,
and there was that one thing that I think they should even they should have focused on even more. Just let it linger there more, because what I talked about beforehand, and when she said, "Stop, just take me, don't do this anymore. These people are innocent," and he said, "Then you never should have came here in the first place." And I was like, "Yes, that's exactly the perfect line in that situation." You knew who you were. You knew what's coming after you. Why did you put these people in harm in the first place? This is your fault for even coming here. Perfectly. All right. So for me, no Cad Bane. That means you're not an 8. Okay. No Ventress, which means you're not a 7.5. You can't be. So I would say 7. Yeah, what'd you say? It's better than a 7, but it's not a 7.5. So somewhere around there, if we're nitpicking. Come on, the guy that's been giving us low scores lately. I'm loving it. Let's go. What do you got, Kachung?
Oh, I gave it a high 7s. No, a 7.9. I gave it.
What?
Whoa, higher.
I was not expecting that. That's old school Kachung score there. I like it. He's been dropping them 6s lately. Woo.
I really loved his ship.
The ship is what got the point.
Yeah, the ship. There you go. That's his Ventress right there. They got 7.5 just for the ship right there.
I love that Omega's plan failed.
The plan failed. The ship was cool. It was what we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, like, honestly, man, that was such a well-written thing. The whole thing, when I just think about it more, like the heroes fucking... Oh, sorry. I was trying not to curse, but I did a lot of cursing already.
Oh.
The heroes blew everything. Like, they sucked. Everything they did was wrong. The bad guy, he shut down everything to the point where there's nothing you could do about it. Omega tried to be clever, which they usually let her be clever and win. They're probably going to at the end. We're probably going to find out she has some kind of ace up her sleeve. But as of right now, her plan backfired. Yeah. Her plan backfired. And it's just, yeah, that is what it is. So there you go. That is the review for The Bad Batch.
Mm.